exactly about 2 minutes ago. So it is happy days as far as the markets are concerned. I think everyone's happy.
I think so. It's a good day here in South Africa. It's a day for you to go out and vote. It is a public holiday. I know that you'll find that some people are working, particularly those in the retail industries, but hopefully they will close early so that they can go to the polling stations. Nobody must get in the way of your vote, and that's what's important. We even saw in Bekkersdal last night that there was some violence and some torching of the IEC voting stations, but they apparently have been rebuilt, and they're hoping to open those very, very shortly. But we've got Griselda Lewis, so she'll give us an update. Yeah. Take a look at some of the pictures that we've got coming in.
Definitely, we did ask people to send through their pictures and what they feel, and this is what the elections mean to them. As you can see on the screens there, does seem like South Africa came out to their numbers. They are taking these elections fairly, seriously, so to speak. So it's a good sign, Leanne. People braving the cold weather, but it's not that cold yet. I think it's not winter yet, is it?
We're sitting here in a nice heated environment where we're surrounded by 100 lights. I'm sure when you're standing outside in an area that doesn't have too much heating,
let's bring in our analysts as well. Prof, looking at that, polls have opened. We expected smooth running from here on in.
Yes, it should generally be. Of course, there can be the incidents, almost guaranteed to be a range of incidents where protests come in. In 2011 elections, and could be a repeat of that kind of program, we saw protesting communities often continuing their protests, but not standing in the way of their other community members who wanted to vote. So I suspect we'll have that kind of pattern today. Incidents, but there shouldn't be too many that will threaten to disrail the process.
You mentioned something interesting before we came to this chat, that there is a situation where a political party or somebody can actually put forward a motion and say these were not fair because of incidents of violence. Can you explain that, elaborate on that? What exactly does that mean?
Yes, their political parties always have the right to come with their complaints, and sometimes they come with bags full of complaints. The Carter Freedom Party has been notorious for raising many, many issues. And we know the EFF has been debating, I don't know whether it's formal or not, that they are they're seriously monitoring the quality of this election. Should there be some 100 complaints, various, even if they're minor, that come forward, they could argue that how many of these have not been picked up, and then they could try to move for this election was not free and fair, the result cannot be recognized. But that's actually a good trend, and we heard the IEC in their media briefing also saying yesterday, it's great, so many voters are there with their cell phones, let us have the images, we want to make sure that this is free and fair. So it's almost as if it's mass monitoring of the quality of the election around South Africa. Everybody with a cell phone. If things go wrong, things will be flowing in. And we know the mediation committees and liaison committees here really mediate and try to get those problems out of the way. And at the end of the day, by Friday, Saturday, the election will be called, irrespective of some outstanding complaints. If the bulk of the evidence suggests this was free and fair overwhelmingly, then it will be recognized and announced.
Yeah. So that could basically be adopted as far as the pronouncements that will be made on the floor right behind us.
Yes.
Oh, interesting, yeah.
Moving on to different provinces and different places that are now going out to cast their votes. As we know, there are 22,264 polling stations throughout the country, and word is that they have opened. We're still waiting for 100% clarity on what's happening in Bekkersdal, if those 3 voting stations have been open, but we will get that for you, and I'm sure they have. But other than that, voting booths have opened across the country, so you can start making your way there. Ulrich Henriks, he's out in Uppington. Ulrich, everything smooth there? People going out to vote? I know it's only 7:05, but there are queues all over the country already.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Leanne, good morning. We've our voting station where we are based at the moment. There's been queues since 3 a.m. this morning. Voting station opened just a couple of minutes ago. I think about 20 people has gone in. They're letting about 10 people go per time. In the Northern Cape, 600,000 people have been registered to vote. And there are quite a number of voting stations across the province. Well, just to talk to some of the voters here, why are you voting, sir?
I'm voting for a new democratic South Africa.
And you've been up or you've been waiting in line for quite some time. Why do you think it's important?
It's important for us all in South Africa to vote for a new dispensation and to let the government build our elderly people houses.
Thank you very much, sir. We'll also be going across the voting stations in the Uppington area, bringing you the latest. There's been quite an exciting vibe in the area where we are, Louisvilleweg in Uppington. People have been making fires, like I said, since 3 o'clock. There have been various motorcades by COPE, the ANC and the DA. COPE and the ANC being very visible in this particular area. And people are really excited to vote.